Estamos con Thomas Aalbersberg, la jefe de policía del puerto de Rotterdam. Thomas, thank you so much for giving us the time.
You're welcome.
Talk to us a little bit about the flow of drugs from Costa Rica to the port of Rotterdam.
Yeah, if you talk about the flow in general, it comes from South America, Middle America. We detect it mostly in the port of Rotterdam. Mostly by scanning it, the customs do so. It's their responsibility. Or we got like intelligence information from authorities in the Netherlands or abroad that there's possible a seizure or drugs inside. So then we start up the process.
Do you know more or less how much, what tonnage or how much cocaine or other drugs were decommissioned in the port of Rotterdam last year, 2022, more or less?
Yeah, we saw like, I cannot give you the exact figures because I don't have them sharp right now.
Yeah,
but like the story, we saw like a crescendo, so an increase of detection of the drugs like since 2020. And then it started to get more. And since last year, we get less kilos. So we think we are successful in building barriers, taking measures. And we see also a shift going more to Antwerp, to Hamburg. So we have to work together as European ports.
Right.
And if you talk about numbers, last year we had around 50K.
50 tons?
Yes, 50 tons.
Of just cocaine?
Yeah.
And this, do you know for possibly how much came from Costa Rica?
Oh, I had to prepare it because...
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you know, in the large scale of exporting drugs to Rotterdam, where does Costa Rica fall on the map? Is it big? Is it small? Is it medium?
Yeah. It's not the top three. The top three is Ecuador, Panama, Colombia. But we see Costa Rica growing.
Yeah.
It's not a country where the coca tree grows, but the criminals are creative. So in Colombia, in Ecuador, Panama, we're investing, and they seek different ways, different countries, to use it, to export it.
Yeah.
So Costa Rica is growing and has our attention, has our focus. That's one of the reasons we're here, and we have to work together and share data.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned new tactics of preventing the drug from getting in, from even arriving to Rotterdam. What are those tactics?
Yeah, I just gave a presentation here inside the Security Congress to talk about our strategy, the way we work, and that is that we learn from our investigations, learn how the criminal works, but also where the vulnerabilities are in the process. And it's important to do that with the public partners, the private partners, work together and share our knowledge and talk about those vulnerabilities to take measures on it.
Yeah.
And that is our successful way. We see it now. We build trust in the society, in the business, and we do it together.
Thomas, maybe this is a little bit different from your role as police, but the Netherlands in general is, you know, somewhat liberal, especially in terms of marijuana. Have there been initiatives to extend that liberalism to other drugs as well? No, that's not my expertise. Yeah.
I don't have an opinion about it from out of my role.
That's okay. And then, you know, like on a police level, talk to us a little bit about the criminal organizations that are receiving it in the Netherlands. Is it local Dutch criminal organizations? Is it cartels from Mexico?
Yeah, like to give you a generic answer, like we have to work together globally, internationally. The criminals also work together internationally. So they are from all countries. Of course, we have Dutch criminals to get the drugs out. I talked about intruders going on the terrains, get the drugs out, mostly Dutch people. But if we go higher, we see a lot of nationalities, also from out of South America. Yeah.
Compared to other countries, specifically Belgium and the port of Antwerp, is the Rotterdam port, you know, receiving less drugs than other ports you were mentioning?
Last year we seized less drugs than Antwerp.
Yeah.
So Antwerp is also a popular port for the criminals.
Right.
But for criminals, sometimes they see it as one port from out of South America.
Right.
Antwerp, Rotterdam, the gateway to Europe.
Yeah.
So they seek ways to go into Rotterdam, to Antwerp. And yeah, last year Antwerp had more drugs, but
Yeah.
next year it can be the other way around.
Last question. The advantage of being in the European Union, being in the Schengen area, how do you guys work together? You know, here in Costa Rica, we don't work with Panama, you know, on a country level, and definitely not with Colombia. How is this an advantage for the European Union?
It is, because we have an agreement together and we work together already in the base as a fundament. And to give you an example, last year we had a meeting in Antwerp with the mayors of Antwerp, Hamburg and Rotterdam. The ministers were there and they signed the declaration, accompanied together with the shipping companies, to promise like we work together to fight crime, to take measures on it, and we're responsible together. So from out of the European Union, you know each other and you can find each other. So that's an advantage.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tomás de la jefe de policía del puerto de Rotterdam, muchas gracias.
Yeah.